Present at the family gathering, Philip, at a certain moment, asked the divine master, "Lord, who is the greatest servant of the Father among men on earth?" Jesus reflected for a few moments and said, "A great multitude had gathered in a vast field when a famous warrior arrived, loaded with swords and medals. He began giving lessons on military tactics, urging those present to learn the art of defense. The people started practicing strenuous drills, jumping and engaging in dangerous races, without any real benefit. Yet they remained the same as before, aimless and joyless, losing many young ones in preparation for a possible war. Soon after, a prominent politician appeared in the same region, carrying a heavy load of legal codes. He split the crowd into various parties, setting the young against the old, the poor households against the rich, the servants against the stewards. Despite sowing material benefits in the area brought about by the competition between these factions, the politician moved on, leaving behind dark thickets of hatred, disillusionment, and discord among his followers. Following him came a philosopher, bearing heavy tomes. He divided the people into various schools of thought, which soon spread fruitless debates throughout every social circle. The multitude began to doubt everything, even their own existence. Philosophy, without a doubt, offered unique advantages, especially by encouraging thought, but the disturbances it brought were deeply regrettable. The philosopher left behind countless useless questions in the minds of those less equipped for the effort of spiritual elevation. Next came a priest, adorned with robes and symbols, who offered numerous rules for worshiping the Father. The people learned to kneel, to cleanse themselves, and to beg for divine protection at designated times. However, all the fundamental problems of the community remained unchanged. Across the vast domain, there was no guidance for work, no conscious purpose, no courage, and no joy. Sickness and death, need and ignorance haunted everyone like specters. One day, however, a simple man appeared. He brought no weapons, no books, no debates, no images. But through his spontaneous smile, he revealed a heart full of goodwill, guiding his diligent hands. He did not preach dazzling doctrines, yet through acts of pure and constant kindness, he offered sincere worship to the Almighty. He began to stand out by tilling a strip of the field and adorning it with precious flowers and fruits. He spoke with his fellow workers, using his time to share brotherly, uplifting lessons, and passed on his experience to all who wished to listen. He refined wood, planted generous trees, built homes, and opened a modest school. Soon around him, health and peace blossomed, along with brotherhood, the blessings of service, prosperity, and the joy of living. With the spirit of work and education that he spread, defense became beneficial, politics helpful, philosophy valuable, and priesthood useful, because all actions in the field were now guided by the sacred imperative of fulfilling one's personal duty for the good of all. The Christ fell silent, and the small group did not dare to ask any questions. After contemplating the distant horizon in long moments of silent thought, the Master concluded, "Truly, there are many workers in the world who deserve heaven's blessing for the good they bring to the bodies and minds of others. But the one who educates the eternal spirit, teaching and serving, rises above them all."